We got some huge news about Battlefield 6. Is Battlefield 6 going to be the Call of Duty killer? Because apparently right now the internet thinks so. Battlefield 6 beta just happened over the weekend and it was plagued with hackers. Yeah, we definitely have to talk about Battlefield 6 and all of the news coming out of it because it has swept the internet over the weekend and it's honestly been crazy. A lot of people are praising Battlefield, but at the same time, hating on it, and it's just a wild whirlwind of things. But I'm going to explain everything of what happened over the weekend and give you all the information. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Honestly, the moment Battlefield 6 multiplayer trailer dropped, everybody was saying that this is going to be a Call of Duty killer. Now, I'd like to remind you to stay tuned because we're going to be talking about the hackers and everything that went on with that. But first, let's talk about the beta that happened over the weekend. It was widely successful. It beat Call of Duty and pretty much any other beta on Steam. We don't have the numbers for console yet, and when it became an open beta, a lot of people jumped in on PS5, Xbox, and Steam as well. A lot of people were raving that this is going to be the Call of Duty killer. But one thing that a lot of people don't understand and have this misconception about Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty is that they are two completely different games, two different play styles. Yes, they are both first-person shooter, military style, but no, they are not the same game. If you play Battlefield and you played Call of Duty, you would know that they're not the same game. Yeah, they're first-person shooter, like I said, but the play style, the way that you attack and approach an object or an enemy is completely different on Battlefield 6. It's a little bit more slow pace and you have to be precise, and as opposed to Call of Duty where it's just really fast paced small maps. Now, even though they're two different games in my personal opinion, I do see a lot of people going from Call of Duty and saying, you know what, I'm done with this. This is the new game that I want to play. Because let's face it, Battlefield 6 was pretty freaking awesome this weekend. However, we have to talk about the hackers. We have to address the hackers in this video because not only was everybody praising Battlefield over the weekend on social media, but they were also hating it because of all of the hackers. And a lot of people don't understand what a beta is. They think this is a full game release. No, it's not. A beta is a test. It's not like, hey, try our game out, see if you want it before you buy it. They are stress testing the servers. They're testing pretty much everything in between. And to find hackers is part of the test. But not a lot of people understood that a beta is just a test. Even content creators were a little bit confused and they were actually hating on Battlefield because of all of the hacking and the hackers. Now, I do want to point this out. There's several articles. This one's coming from GameBolt, but you could just Google search Battlefield 6 hackers and you'll find an article just like this. And it says that Battlefield 6 anti-cheat system blocked 330,000 attempts at cheating in open beta. That is honestly wild. And EA actually confirmed this as well. Like I said, there's a lot of articles out there about this. It's honestly pretty freaking wild that we actually have this information, because like I said in the beginning of the video, a beta is just a test and a lot of people don't understand what that is. And one of the purposes of having a beta is this, to find out who's hacking, and they actually have an anti-cheat hack. So all the little images that you were seeing floating around social media of the boxes in the game, those gamers that get caught cheating, hackers, they actually get banned pretty much on the spot, if not after the game ended. 330,000 attempts to cheat in Battlefield 6 in open beta that they're just testing out is honestly pretty wild. But I want to get your guys' thoughts and opinions about that in the comments down below. Like I said, my personal opinion is Battlefield's playstyle is a lot different than Call of Duty's playstyle. Yeah, they're similar games, but they are different games pretty much altogether. Battlefield 6 is not trying to be like Call of Duty in any regard. The aim assist is a lot weaker in Battlefield 6. You actually have to know what you're doing to shoot and kill an enemy. That also makes the gameplay a little bit slower, especially because Battlefield 6 has larger maps, Call of Duty has smaller maps, and the aim assist on Call of Duty is pretty much ridiculous. It just like goes straight to the person most of the time. So I mean, yeah, similar, but I don't think that Battlefield 6 is a Call of Duty killer, just in the same regard that Fortnite is not going to replace Call of Duty. Call of Duty, if they don't evolve and, do something different, then Call of Duty might not even exist in the near future. But Battlefield 6, especially with all they're doing, has got a bright future, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, I'm not hating on Call of Duty because I literally played Call of Duty last night, but that's just my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in those comments down below. Please make sure to hit a like. If you're new, subscribe with those bell notifications turned on. You guys are freaking awesome.